गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Those who are scientific minded people, they imagine that faith is for those who are blind, and their term they coin is blind faith, and they have also an organization, Andha Shraddha Unmulan Samiti, removal of blind faith. Now see, faith is required when you don't know something. In the area of ignorance, it is the faith alone that can keep us going. For example, suppose you are going by a flight somewhere. Now, what do you know where you are going to land or not land at all? Who knows? Because every time we are hearing so many things happening, and yet we get into the flight and go. So what is that power? What is that strength which is helping us go ahead in the area of ignorance? That strength is called as Shraddha or faith, and it has to be blind. See, suppose somebody asks me, do you know how to drive from here to Ambarnath? I may say, I don't know, but I'll try. I may be able to drive. So, there is an element of doubt, etc. Somebody asks me, do you exist? I think I have to think about it, whether I exist or not. No. My existence is not a matter of faith, but it is a matter of knowledge. So, as long as we are ignorant, it is faith alone which keeps us going. First principle. So, one should not have that funny notion, I am extremely scientific minded and therefore I don't have faith. This itself is the unscientific. I tell you how this unscientific approach is mistaken to be intelligent approach. There was one boy, he came with his mother for a satsang, and that satsang was in a temple. So, during my satsang, he was standing outside, he did not come inside. I don't believe God is in the temple, God is everywhere. So, he was arguing with his poor mother. And after the satsang was over, then the mother introduced me to this boy. Swamiji, he is my son, and he is so nice, he brought me here. I said, then why didn't you come inside? It was not restricted for the outdated people. It is for everybody. Swamiji, I don't believe. I said, in what you don't believe? You people only tell God is everywhere, then why go to temple? I said, hey, you are very intelligent, yaar. Bombaya hai na? No, God is everywhere except in the temple, is it not? See, if God is everywhere, is He not in the temple? He is there also. I said, now let us go one step further. Do you love your mother or you doubt her? Of course I love her. And what is love? Writing on a paper and giving as a document before the notary signed properly. Dear mom, I love you only on Mother's Day. No. So when you love somebody, you do something for that person whom you love. I said, if your mother is happy that you go to temple with her, what is the great thing that you are losing your understanding about the reality? Therefore, friends, please understand, scientific approach does not mean a stupid approach of argument and logic. Now see how it is. We all suppose study chemistry. And what do we study? What is already discovered by various scientists, and we accept that zinc is written as Zn, the carbon is written as C, the gold is written as Au. Now this is already, but I don't believe. I will start right from ABCD. Then you will never be able to go ahead. So all of us have to start our journey from a point where you start accepting the things blindly. This is the beginning of our life. Now to give you a more stronger example about this, we accept somebody as our mother out of blind faith. Isn't it? I think when I was born, I think this guy was there, this lady was there probably. No. And that mother whom we have accepted under the blind faith, she tells us that this man is your father. See? Our very existence is dependent on the faith. And therefore, if we want to scientifically progress and live something meaningful life, it is necessary that we must have faith in what are the areas of faith. First, what is said in our Bhagavad Gita, first area of faith. How it is possible that if Bhagavad Gita was told by Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield, what others were doing? Mungfali. I don't believe in that. How it is possible? See, when these Iraq and the British, American forces, when we are standing face to face, how many things have happened? So can't Bhagwan Krishna tell in 3 hours the whole Bhagavad Gita? We take life to understand Bhagavad Gita, but Bhagwan Krishna doesn't require that much. Now second thing, we require faith in the teacher. If we have doubt about any teacher, we can never learn from that teacher. See how the children are able to learn so fast? Because they are so fully convinced that my teacher alone knows. When the child asks his mother, Mummy, do you know today what we learned about, the man? Tell me, what is a man? Now that mother is a medical doctor. Now this baby is asking this question to the mother. So she tells, there are so many systems, digestive system, skeletal system, muscular system. This is what human body is. The child says, Mom, what daddy says about you is true. You don't know anything. Why? What happened? What happened? Do you know what is body? It has got a head, it has got limbs, it has got legs, it has got trunk. Did you tell this? No. That you don't know anything. Now see how convinced the child is. Whatever my teacher tells, that is the last word. Therefore, faith in the scriptures, faith in the teacher. Never go to anybody with doubt. Samshayatma vinashati. So, the third area where faith is required is the divine planning. Even the great scientists in this world like Einstein, they have recorded and said, whenever there is to be a problem in our life about our scientific discovery, as it is said that he used to go down in a wall, underground room in his quarter, and there is to be nothing in that room, only he himself. Put one simple chair and sit over there. And in that total void, in that total absence, he used to get the revelation of the scientific principles. That surrender to the beyond is called as the faith in God in simple words. But many of us are allergic to God. And the fourth and the most important area where faith is required is faith in ourselves. Let us not degrade ourselves. I don't think I can do anything. I am good for nothing, I cannot do. So when we do not have faith in ourselves, we cannot put efforts. Now with these four kinds of faith, when they are in our heart, to such a disciple, to such a student, the teacher tells of his own. See, there is a rule in the scriptural discipline, unless somebody asks sincerely, unless somebody has good intentions behind asking a question, you should not reply even if you know. Janan apihi medhavi jadavat lokam achare. Even if you know, don't get involved. But there is another clause. When you know that a blind man is going and he doesn't see, and there is a hole in the soil and he is likely to fall, that time we should not say, no, unless he has asked me, why should I have to let him fall? No. In the same manner, when the teachers see that here is my child who is very sincere, so although he has not asked, out of love and compassion, I must tell him. And this is how the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita that we will be studying in this session begins without Arjuna asking any question. Because the question is, why did Bhagavan start talking? When we keep quiet, he starts talking. When all the time our phone is busy, so how can he talk? So, the 7th chapter begins with a new theme. According to some great masters, they have divided the total thought of Bhagavad Gita into 3 areas. They say that the first 6 chapters, they are talking about the individual. How to improve upon your present condition. What is our present condition? That is indicated in the first 6 chapter along with the possible way out of this chaos. So what was the thing? First chapter is Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nam. There is terrible misery in our life. Misery becomes a yoga. When this misery diverts our mind from the worldly indulgence for something higher. This is the first chapter. Now the second chapter. When such a deluded person is, if he doesn't know, never mind. Go to someone who knows and ask. See? But the question is, it is prestige. Why should I ask? Prestige issue. You must have seen sometime this prestige issue of asking question, how it troubles. This time we were, going somewhere, and the person who was driving, I asked him, I said, look here, if you don't know the way, ask somebody. And then we take that, no, I know. And then you go all the way. I think, Swamiji, what you told was right. We have come to the wrong way. Why didn't you ask in the beginning? No, I thought I will be able to do it. Why? See, very simple thing. If you do not know, it is not a sin. If you do not know, never mind. Go to a wise man and put your problems and get the guidance and direction. So in the second chapter, Arjun becomes little intelligent and he asks the teacher, very clearly indicating that I am confused, please help me to come out of confusion. Then in the third chapter, the teacher tells the way, how to come out of confusion. The first step, you will see the luxury of depression and dejection is only among the rich people. Poor people are never depressed. Have you seen a labor? क्या हो गया? Depression में? No. What is the reason? The reason is we have got all the time of the world at our disposal. And we don't want to do anything. See? If you want to get out of depression, please understand this principle. Do not give yourself one free moment. To remain without doing anything is not the job of any Tom, Dick and Harry. It's a tremendous spiritual practice. So till we are not able to achieve that, keep yourself busy. How to keep busy? Do your duty sincerely, without attachment, and the best performance. Yajnarthat tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangas samachara. When you perform your life's duties, keeping a higher ideal beautifully and sincerely, you will have no time to get bored. See, the children never get bored because they have no time. They are busy in playing. And we all elderly people, nothing but bored. All the time, non-stop bored. The reason is, lot and lot of time is available to us. Therefore, those people who are taking VRS or who have taken VRS, they are a viruses in the house. They are a big problem for themselves, for the wife, for the daughter-in-law, for the children, because all the time 24 hours on the head. At least earlier they used to go out, there used to be peace at home. And then what they will do? Nothing. Eat, oh eat. You have not prepared a badi ki sabji, bahut din ho gaye. Because there is nothing to do, so indulge only. Therefore, the third chapter tells, to come out of the chaos of your life, don't give yourself free time. Keep yourself busy with something or the other. When we are keeping ourselves busy, there is a likely problem. What is the problem? I do everything. I have done this much for my parents. I have done this much for my brothers and sisters. I have done this much for the society. I have constructed this building. I have constructed that school. That I starts poisoning the personality. So that karma yoga gets converted into karma roga. See? And then such people are constantly seeking appreciation and recognition from the world. See? Whenever we see appreciation and recognition from the world, we are derailed from the spiritual path. So Bhagavan says, Naiva kinchit karomiti yukto manneta tattvavid. So what is the practice? The practice is give up the idea of doership. If something is happening, it is divine grace, not our arrogance. And after this is done, then the last 6 chapters that we have seen, the teacher says, if you want to follow karma yoga, if you want to follow the path of devotion, if you want to follow the path of knowledge, you must be qualified. Layak. This time I was coming from Delhi. In the security, those people who see with a Shivalinga in the hand, whether you are carrying something or all that. So, his name I read. I said, hey, what a rare name. His name was Layak. I said, government में भी कोई लायक होते हैं क्या? So, unless we are qualified, we will neither be able to practice the path of karma, the path of devotion, or the path of knowledge. Therefore, 6th chapter tells us how to attain the two extremes. We start from the yama sadhana, your control in such a manner that you don't become a problem for the world, up to the Sayyama sadhana, where our mind is available for whatever we want to do, for whatever length of time, whenever. देखो, suppose a student has studied, exams are over recently, And he has studied very well. And after exam, the child comes home and starts crying. Hey, what happened? I don't know what happened. Before the examination, I know everything. After the examination, I know everything. During the examination, there was a blackout. Now, who can help you? Therefore, unless our faculties are fully under our control, we cannot go ahead. So that self-control was indicated in the 6th chapter. Thus, first 6 chapters have given us a scheme of life wherein we come out of the confusion and chaos born out of delusion, wherein there is a scheme how to be dynamically involved in this world and yet not get entangled in this world. And for that, what is the technique and how self-control is required, all these points are covered with reference to an individual who wants to lead a scientific art of living. So these first 6 chapters, in technical terms, it is called as Twampada Pradhana. Don't go into it. It is only to frighten you. You know what happens? There is a saying in Sanskrit. If you are in front of the people who do not know Sanskrit, fire Sanskrit. And then they, hey, this fellow knows so much of Sanskrit. If you are in front of the people who do not know English, fire English. In this manner, Andho mein Kana Raja, you are getting the respect. So, once we are clear about it, first 6 chapters are applied on us. Now the next 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita, which we have started today, they are talking about for whom are we living. See, are we living only for ourselves? And are we living properly even for ourselves? So, the next topic is the Tatpada, about who is this God and what is this world. So there are 3 factors. One is I, who is functioning in this world. Second is the world where I am functioning. And the third is the God who has created this world as well as me. So who is this God who has created this world and what is this world? Unless this knowledge is clear, we will not be interacting in a proper manner. Therefore, it is very necessary, if you want to be a very good surgeon, what is the first requirement? You must have perfect knowledge of anatomy. Anatomy somehow I never liked, but I want to become a surgeon. You can become a kaddukat, not a surgeon. You have to have that basic knowledge. In the same manner, if we want to really lead a meaningful life, it is necessary that we know about us everything, we know about the world everything, we know about the divine scheme of life, everything about it. And further, this knowledge has to be applied in our life. So one is knowledge, second is application of knowledge, technically called as the technology. So science and technology is the name of the 7th chapter. Oh, Bhagwan Krishna also knew science and technology. But he has never gone anywhere with a stethoscope in his neck. Only in the contrary, there was a chabuk in his hand. Now see how beautifully the whole topic is developed. The teacher begins this 7th chapter on his own, without even Arjuna asking any question. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, Maya Saktamana Partha Yogam Junjan Madashraya Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yathas Jnasyasi Tachrunu. Now here, 2-3 things. When we translate from one language to another language, the limitations of translation are always associated with that translation. There cannot be perfect translation from one language to another language. Now here, when we take Sri Bhagavan Vacha and translate it in English, like in our Gita press books, they translate it in Hindi. What they say? Arjun bola, Bhagwan bole. अब ये बोला बोली का काम नहीं है. Sri Bhagavan Vacha means these are the declaration of the divine reality, and therefore they are eternal. They are not limited to a person for a particular place in a particular situation. But this is the scientific truth applicable for everybody in all periods of time under every situation. It is something like this. The law of gravity was discovered by Newton, who was a British national. So should we say, or should that Newton say that this law is discovered by me, and therefore when a Britisher throws a stone, it will go at the rate of 32 feet per second. When a Muslim throws the stone, it goes at the speed of 16 feet per second. Why? Because Christians have discovered. And when a Hindu throws a stone, it flies away. No. It is the eternal principle. In the same manner, what is being said now in the 7th chapter, it is not meant for Hindus, it is not meant for Christians, it is not meant for Muslims, it is meant for human beings. But if we have doubt about it, now who can help us? If we are more of Hindu, Muslim, Christian and less of human being, then we will never be benefited by this. Therefore, when they said, Sri Bhagavan Vacha, this is the declaration given by the Lord Himself. But we don't accept Krishna as Bhagavan. Many people are allergic to accept Him as God. Why you don't accept? How can we accept Him? Marrying 16,108 wives, how can He be God? On the contrary, therefore He is God. Try to marry one and be happy. See, in spite of marrying so many of them, He was never miserable. Therefore, He has to be God. An average man is happy because of wife. Bhagwan was happy in spite of the wives. See? So, these are the words declared by the Lord Himself, and therefore there is no any element of corruption included in this. Therefore, there is nothing like we have got the New Testament, Old Testament, improved edition. There is nothing like, original Gita and the subsequent Gita. No, it's only one Bhagavad Gita. But there are people in Pune, one person has done a PhD on Bhagavad Gita. And he has given me his book. There he has written Yathartha Gita. And in that Yathartha Gita, he has removed many verses. And he said original Gita has got only 136 verses. And rest of the verses, some people have just introduced by themselves. Now, Bhagwan Shankaracharya, who has written commentary on this, he has accepted 700 verses. Was he a doctorate? No. I am Dr. Gadbadanand. Therefore, my authority of confusion is more than Bhagwan Shankaracharya. That is why Shraddha, faith is necessary. So, Bhagwan Sri Krishna said. Now, what did he say? First principle. Mai asakta manaha yogam yunjan madashrayaha. Hey Partha, Bhagwan is addressing Arjuna by a beautiful address, Partha. Partha means what? Artha means meaning. Is our life meaningful? Or we are living because it is difficult to die? See? Today I went to take lunch somewhere, and old couple. The husband is 95 plus and the wife is 80, she also 91 or 92 plus. And both of them keep on talking and both of them don't listen. What a joy. Don't laugh like I talk. and you don't listen. So, she was having some knee problems. Then she said, Swamiji, why God doesn't take me away? I said, who wants a problem? Keep here yourself. I am so tired, Swamiji. Why there is so much of pain? I think God gives pain only to trouble us. Then I said, Baba, please tell me, when did you have this thing? Only last 1 or 2 years. So out of your 92 years of life, 90 years you did not have any problem. You have enjoyed your life. Now in the last 2 years you are having a problem. That you are talking with a loud mouth. But what he has given you really for last 90 years that you don't even recognize? See? And see the most beautiful part. In old age, if we have got pain, what will happen? We will have dispassion for the body. Isn't it? When old people say, no, I cannot take any more. God, please take me away, take me away. Means what? He has now started appreciating that I, who is residing in the body, is someone other than the body. Think. This is the first step on spiritual evolution and leading a meaningful life. So, hey Partha, the one who is seeking meaningful existence is called as Partha. Not the one who is living life just all the time indulgent with the worldly things, getting so much involved in this world as if without him or her the world cannot walk. All of us have got this notion. Without me, how the house will continue? Without me, how the business will continue? Without me, how the institution will run? You go, Baba, everybody is waiting for your departure. But we think that no, I am the most indispensable. Therefore, friends, please remember, this knowledge is revealed only to those who want to make some meaningful existence out of their life. Otherwise, how many are born? How many grow? And how many perish? Not even recorded. Just see, this is a very simple observation. We all know our parents. Some of us know our grandparents. Very few of us may know our great-grandparents. Beyond that, we don't even suspect that there was a great-great-grandparent. Because most unrequired existence they lived. In the same manner, the same thing is going to happen to us. Who asked me, one girl from Singapore, she asked this question. Swamiji, I want to know something personal. Yes, what is that? About my person? If you are proposing, I am sorry. She said, no, Swamiji, the thing is, we are separated. And the children are wanting to be with him only, not with me. Now tell me, what should I do? Is it not my duty to give them good samskar? But they don't want to come to me. What should I do? I said, Mama, remember one thing. You can give something to somebody if that somebody wants. You can't force. Even wisdom. See, here our Prempiri is providing everything free. You may provide. Nobody will come. In the third verse, Bhagavan will say, Manushyanam sastreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvataha. Therefore, hey Partha, if somebody wants really to make use of his present existence, to him the teacher is talking. What is telling? Yogam yunjan. Lead your life the most intelligent manner as indicated in the first 6 chapters of Gita. Yogam yunjan. Now what was the thing that was told in the 6th chapter of Gita first? 1. You lead a dynamic life of self-respect and enjoy whatever you have to do. Please understand this. Spiritual practice does not mean taking a mala in the hand and getting it entangled in the bidi and Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. No. Spiritual life, very simply. Whatever you are doing, involve yourself 100%. I tell you how our mind runs. One example. There was one lady. This happened in US, and she took me to one temple. Swamiji, I will take you to a temple. I said, look here, India, we are not short of temples. I don't want to go to temple. Then I said, let us go to casino. Because we don't have that. Swamiji, you want to go there? Yes, what's wrong in that? No, we'll go to temple. I said, all right, take. You know the temples in USA, they are cosmopolitan. You start from this corner, Mahavirji, to this corner, Hanumanji. And all are standing in a queue. And then you go, namaskar, get out. So you get confused to whom to say what prayer. You go before Hanumanji and Vakratunda Mahakaya, kya kha? So, she took me to that temple. Now I had given a general namaskar. I said, please select your own namaskar. I did like this and came out. The Swami, you have not gone to that Balaji temple? I said, no, I have seen. Original. Xerox ka dekhna hai. Hey, Swami, don't say like that. You please come with me. I said, all right, Baba, take. Swami, how do you like the crown? How do you like the necklace? How do you like the earrings? I said, you have asked me to see the God or the ornaments? Swamiji, before coming, one day in advance, I tell the pujari, tomorrow I am coming. And that time, whatever donations I have given to the Lord, in the form of these various ornaments, He puts on that Lord. So when I come, I see my ornaments, not the Lord. See? You will always see that. If you are a manager of a temple, you will have zero devotion for the God. Your all the time attention is discipline theek nahi, yahan kachra kyun pada hai, and will not hesitate even to tell to the God, give blessing properly, okay? Manager. See? Therefore, yogam yunjan. First, we have to lead our life in such a manner, take sincere interest in everything. So when you are in front of the Lord, forget about the whole world. When you are taking food, enjoy every bite. It's not like that. Khana kha liya? I think I had taken food. How did you like that sabji? Which sabji? I mix everything together and like a buffalo I eat. That Amma has prepared out of such great love and we don't take interest. Please understand, spiritual life is not lack of interest. That is a depression. Dispassion is not lack of interest. Many people have got this funny notion. Swamiji, now I think time has come that I should go to ashram. And do what? Do what? Somehow stay there. Now I don't get interested in anything. Then don't go to ashram, go to an asylum. Please remember, dispassion is not equivalent to depression. Once you start taking interest in everything in life, be attentive. Then only we are qualified for meditation. Anything in our life we have never done with 100% involvement. Such a disorganized, such a undisciplined mind is brought to the seat of meditation. And external paraphernalia we can do very well. A nice asan, perfume, ACs, and then support from this side, support from that side, board outside, meditation on, meditation in progress, take a detour. And then we sit there. And then the only problem, Swamiji, the mind doesn't cooperate. When did that mind cooperate with you? Think. Please understand. Spiritual life means this. Take interest in whatever you have to do sincerely. Never do anything half-heartedly. When we do anything half-heartedly, that half-hearted participation training is brought on the seat of meditation. And with that half-heartedness, when we start meditation, we keep on running here and there, and then we say, oh, normally my mind is very good. Only when I sit for meditation, it is terrible. All horrible, dirty thoughts come. The reason is meditation. Therefore, stop meditation. Bhagavan says, don't stop. Yogam yunjan. See how important it is. Now, whenever we want to do something, if we do not have the power, never mind, take support of somebody who is powerful. Isn't it? Suppose I do not have power to lift a bag. Then don't have to feel bad. Request somebody, Are bhaiya, sar pe utha do. And he will say, call me anything, don't call me bhaiya. I am not from UP. Marathi log, they never like to be addressed as bhaiya. So, when I do not have the power and the ability, never mind, take somebody's help. Here Bhagavan says, Yogam yunjan madashrayaha. Take my support. I am available to you. See how important. You know what is our problem? We are divided personality. What is the divided personality? We work for government and love our children. See? So, our commitment and dedication is not to the job that we are doing. Our commitment and dedication is for the children for whom we are working. And this is how we start dividing our mind, our personality. On the contrary, what the teacher says, please recognize that whatever you are doing, you are able to discover joy and happiness in whatever you do. That is called as taking refuge in the Lord. Please understand. Lord or the God does not mean all the time somebody with a yellow dhoti and the flute in the hand. No. God means unsullied happiness. See? What is the meaning of unsullied happiness? Whatever you have to do, if your performance is an expression of your inherent happiness, you are in tune with the divine. If we have to do something, I don't know, I need to be done again, and and such a person, whatever he does, that work is not beautifully done, he himself doesn't enjoy, and nobody likes it. So, yogam yunjan. So, two aspects are there. Let us live intensely, fully, getting complete involvement in whatever we do. And second thing, this is possible only when you have got perfect self-control. Without that, it is not possible. Yogam yunjan madashrayaha. And if we are not able to do that, never mind, take refuge in the Lord. How to take the refuge in the Lord and do? Another technique. See, I go to so many houses for food. That is the only purpose I go. So when I go to people's home for food, they are so happy, so excited, and so many dishes are prepared. And then after my food is over, I give them a blessing. Annadata Sukhi Bhava. May God bless you with all happiness. And one more thing I had. May you have new ideas to feed me again and again. After my blessing was over, the husband also blessed his wife. He said, darling, I also want to give you a blessing. So she said, what is that? May I not get the same food tomorrow? Because so much food is prepared, it's not going to be thrown. It will go in the fridge and come fresh tomorrow. Out. Then they say, Swamiji, you should come to our house every day. We will get very good food. Normally our food is terrible. But today see how wonderful the food is prepared. I said, do you know the reason? Because I don't come every day. You are every day. Ghar ki murgi. Therefore, when we do something for someone whom we love, revere and respect, our performance is the best, is it not? In the same manner, whatever we are doing, do it for the sake of the Lord. So when you are doing it for the sake of the Lord, automatically your performance will be best. See? This is how the compositions of the great masters, they have not written the bhajans or the songs for any minister. They have written only for the Lord. And that is how their words are so powerful. So, yogam junjan madashrayaha. So, let us bring the element of the Lord in our life. Now, another important point here. When we bring the element of Lord in our life, please do not mistake that it is a sign of weakness. No, it is a sign of wisdom. If you do not know something, ask somebody and go the right way to the right destination. It is not foolishness. On the contrary, if you do not know and you go on insisting, no, I'll find out, and keep on running and running, that is foolishness. Therefore, the three instructions are given by the teacher. If you want to make your life a meaningful existence, the first step is that keep yourself creatively busy, taking keen interest in whatever you are doing. 2, if you do not have sufficient strength within, take the support of the Lord, who is very much residing in your heart. So, Maya Saktamana Partha Yogam Junjan Madashraya. And how to take the support of the Lord? A very simple technique. Always remember, if somebody can really help us, it is the inner strength, what is technically called as Atma Bala. When you are somewhere in an unknown place, where your government cannot reach, where the police can never reach, because they are the one creating problems. So neither the government can reach, nor the police can reach, neither your money can be of any use. That time, your parents' relation, nobody is available. That time, who can help us? It is only the inner strength. And that invocation of the inner strength is called as devotion to the Lord. Please remember, Atma Vishwas is the reflection of devotion in the Lord. Those who say that I don't have faith in God, I have faith in myself. Very good. If you have faith in yourself, that itself is devotion to the Lord. So, Mai Asaktamana. Now let the mind be attached extremely to me. Now what is the meaning of mind attached to me? Like, this mic is attached to my shirt. Does it mean this way? Mind is not an object that can be attached. Or can we mean, Mai Asaktamana means, like I have put the chandan on my forehead and it is sticking there. Is this the way? No. Mai Asaktamana means, be very attentive. Let every event of our life remind us of the divine presence in our heart. Again I repeat, this is not my thought, I only bluff. This is from Kenopanishad. Kenopanishad tells, Pratibodha Viditam Matam. In every experience, divinity is manifested. Recognize that divinity. See, I am talking and you are seeing. I cannot see, you are hearing. How can I say? Seeing I can see. So I am talking and you are seeing. So in this experience, it is the divine principle that alone is manifested. The moment the divine principle departs this body, it will be problem for all of you. Ram Nam Datte. Therefore, Mai Asakta Mana means let us become extremely alert and vigilant that every experience reminds us of the divine intervention in our life. Mai Asakta Mana Yogam Junjan Madashrayaha. Then, Asamshayam Samagram Mam Yathas Jnasati Tashrunu. Samagram. Samagram means in exhaustive completeness. What is the exhaustive completeness? Be very attentive. Every system of relative existence is supported by an absolute reality. And when absolute reality is known, the relativity is taken care of. Now take for example, what is the reality and what is the relativity? East, north, west, south. They are in relation to each other. With relation to the east, the opposite is the west. With relation to the north, the opposite is the south. So, this is the relative existence. But this relative existence is supported by something which is absolute. And what is absolute? Absolute is the space. In the same manner, the three factors. The individual I, who is suffering and enjoying every now and then, the world which is constantly changing, and the God who is umpire for this everyday international match. You know, these are the two teams. One is the team of the individual jivas, and other is the team of the Jagat. The Jagat is everyday bowling. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, joy, sorrows. Different types of balls are being bowled. And the jiva is constantly playing. You know, a bowler never gets out. It is only the batsman. It is the jiva, he alone suffers or doesn't suffer. So in this eternal match of the jiva and the Jagat, who is the umpire? Umpire is the Ishvara, the God. And what the God does? In the 5th chapter we were told, Na datte kasya chit papam, na chaivam sukrutam vibhu, ajnane na vrutam jnanam, tena muhyanti jantavaha. The Lord is not interested in our merits, nor He is disturbed by our sins. We only suffer or enjoy. Then what the Lord does? He only passes judgments. If you have bowled excellent ball, the umpire will never say, good ball. No. But if he has delivered a wide ball, immediately he say, no, this is wrong. So when you will do right, there is no appreciation. But when you will do wrong, you will get punished. This is how this Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, these three relative existence is the field of life. Now, these three relative factors, are they supported by something which is independent and absolute? Meaning, is there something like the reality which is supporting the Jagat, the world, the changes, but not changing? Is there any factor which is undergoing all the experiences of joys and sorrows, but not becoming joyful and sorrowful? Is there anything, independent factor, which is creating and destroying every moment, and yet is neither the creator nor the destroyer? That absolute entity will be revealed to you. This is the meaning of Samagram. In exhaustive details. See, the basic difference in the scientific approach and our scientific approach to life is this. In the scientific approach, we always talk objectively. Here in life, we talk subjectively. When our language changes from the objectivity to the subjectivity, then we have entered the laboratory of life. Please understand this point, very important. Like I told you, once there was a conference, and the conference was regarding yoga research and value education. And so many scientists from all over the world have come. And they were presenting their thoughts, slides, the different type of pictures and projection and the data and the graphs, like that, beautifully done. And then they see, therefore, pranayama is good. Therefore, asana is good. Therefore, one should do this dhoti, noti, etc. So, when we were having discussion, I said, please tell me, are you giving a certificate to Patanjali Maharshi by proving what he said was right? Please understand, yoga research is to be practiced by us, on us, within us, not outside. You are the scientist. You are the guinea pig. You are the technique. You are the one collecting the data, and you are the one analyzing the results. Unless it becomes extremely subjective, we will be getting lost only in the objective world. This is how this point I brought out some time before. There are three things. One is religion, second is philosophy, and third is spirituality. In religion, there is no element of God. In philosophy, there is no element of wisdom. In spirituality alone, both God and wisdom are together. As much the world is destroyed because of the religion, as much the world is befooled because of the philosophy, he is not destroyed by anything or not befooled by anyone. Therefore, we have to be very clear. Are we walking the path of spiritual unfoldment or getting lost into the relative existence of religion and philosophy? Therefore, asamshayam samagram mam yatha jnasisi tashrunu. Second thing, asamshayam. Assumption means doubtless knowledge. If we have got any element of doubt, we cannot progress ahead. Take for example, if you are starting the car and somebody told, I don't know whether in this car the brake is working properly or not. Anyway, you take it. No, we will not take it because doubt is there. Or while taking food, if somebody tells, I don't know, my child was playing with some poison he brought from the school, and in which pot he has put. Anyway, doesn't matter, you have to eat. No. Anywhere there is doubt, there is no possibility of progress. Therefore, we have to have doubt-free knowledge about these three factors. First factor, who we are. Second factor, what the world is. The third factor, who is this God who is controlling the world and the jiva. So, samagram asamshayam mam yatha jnasasi tashrunu. Now I am going to tell you, please listen. Now the question is, why Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, please listen, please listen? Because once in a while, when you constantly listen, you transcend the relative plane of existence. And therefore, now and then, now be attentive. Attend fully. Why these words are said, they are not takiya kalam. They are the suggestions given to me by the audience. Swamiji, we are observing whether you are observing us or not. See, when it is said the shrunu means it is very, very important. And whenever we have to listen to something which is very important, we must be fully available. Now take for example, some of you are sitting over here and you have to go and catch a train, or somebody is going to come to your house, or your car is parked somewhere, you don't know, somebody will take it away. Now with that kind of mind, you cannot attain fully to what I am talking. Then every now and then, again, oh God, why don't you stop it? My car is parked somewhere, somebody will take it away. So the mind will never be available. Therefore, the Shrunu, now be fully attentive. Now what are you going to tell me, sir? The teacher says in the second verse, Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshamya sheshataha yajnatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate. I shall tell you both the knowledge and the technology. Please remember, when knowledge is not digested, it is called as philosophy. And when the knowledge is digested, it is called as wisdom. Something like, when the food is not digested and it is brought out from the wrong end, it is called as vomition. When the food is eaten, digested and assimilated, it is called as the strength. See the difference? So I shall tell you not only the knowledge, but also the technique, how to convert this knowledge into your own experience. If some doctor gives you a prescription, you take this and you will be alright. Doctor Sam, where it is available? Oh, that is the only problem. It is not available in India. Now, what is the use of such a prescription? In the same manner, if the teacher is going to give us this knowledge, and he will say, this knowledge I give you, but look here, you are not qualified. Then why are you talking? Therefore, the beauty of Bhagavad Gita is this. Every person is qualified for this knowledge. What is the requirement? Requirement only one thing. Be committed. In the 9th chapter, Bhagavan will say, Sadhureva samantavyaha samyak vyavasito hi saha. He who has committed, now from this moment onward, I have to change myself. So that commitment to change oneself is the qualification to recognize this great truth. So, I shall tell you the knowledge regarding who you are, what is the world, what is the God, and what is the absolute. 4 things are revealed in this chapter. 4 things again I repeat. Who we are as individuals, what is this world that we talk of, who is this God who is controlling the relationship between the Jiva, individual, and the world, the Jagat, and what is the reality which is beyond the relative existence of Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. These 4 principles will be distinctly, clearly brought out. After having brought them out, then the teacher will say, how should we relate ourselves as a Jiva in this world under the strict rules and regulation of the God, so that we can discover the absolute. This is the purpose. So, Jnanam teham savijnanam. Vijnanam is that special technique by which we can convert the knowledge into experience. See, for example, if we go to the music teacher, and the music teacher tells us, Saragama Padanisan, all the raga and dvesha. Now what he expects of us? We are able to bring out that music as he taught us. But we say, no, it is in my book, I can read everything. Music is never read in the book unless you are a Western musician. In a Western musician, they always keep that paper, and looking at in in our where Pandit Bhimsen Joshi starts, he rejects everything and he merges in that. When this knowledge is converted into experience, that together is called as Jnanam teham savijnanam. I shall tell you, say to you, aham I, savijnanam, along with the technology. And how I am going to tell you, vakshami asheshataha. Now here there are two words, very important words. Asheshataha. I am not going to keep anything in reserve. I am going to tell you exactly everything. You know, there is a difference between the teachers who are teaching you the material sciences and the teacher who is teaching you the spiritual science. There was a guru and a shishya, and the disciple was taught how to fight with the sword. Guru taught him. Now the disciple started thinking, I can now win the Guru Maharaj. What he thinks of himself. He said, challenges his Guru. Sir, I challenge you. So let us have the duet and decide who wins. Guru says, okay beta, tomorrow. Next day they come together. And they are just to start. He says, will you please excuse me, today I am not prepared. You are a young man, I am old person, tomorrow we'll have it. So the disciple says, okay, I don't care. Next day, Guru comes. He is that sheath of the sword, and the sword he brings. It is longer than the sword of that disciple. Then the disciple said, my God, he is bringing such a long sword, he is going to kill me. He said, sir, today I ask you permission. What? Tomorrow we will have. Not today. Next day the disciple comes with a still longer sword so that he can kill. And then the Guru says, oh, you are very intelligent. Okay, give me one day. And he brings still longer. And the disciple thinks, my God, this Guru is really a Guru. And he said, only last chance you give me, then we'll fight. He said, okay, tomorrow we'll fight. And next day they come. Now this disciple brings a very long sword, and the Guru comes with the one which he came on the first day. So disciple thinks, now he is defeated. Start. And by the time the disciple takes out the sword so long, the Guru has already taken his out because it was a short one. And now shall I kill you? See? In the material science, the teacher will never give you all the knowledge. You go and work with a lawyer or a liar, whatever you call. Do you think they give you complete knowledge? No. They will use you. Go to the CAs, chartered accountants. Do you think they give you the secrets? No. They will use you. But a teacher, spiritual teacher, will tell you everything without any reservation. Asheshataha. And further, vakshami. Vakshami means what? Two things. I shall tell you, that is my responsibility, and also see that you understand. See the greatness of the teacher. You don't worry whether you will understand or not. It is my responsibility to see that you will understand. These two promises are given by the spiritual teacher. It is never given by the material teacher. So, Jnanam teham savijnanam idam vakshami asheshataha yajnatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate. Having known which, there is nothing remaining to be known in this world. Now see, if you know chemistry, you need not know mathematics. If you know mathematics, you need not know biology. If you know biology, you may not know economics. So the material sciences are limited only in their field. But spiritual science is the one having known which nothing else remains to be known. Because it is a common denominator by which a doctor will become an expert doctor, a lawyer will become an expert lawyer, and a spiritual seeker will become an expert spiritual seeker. This greatness of this knowledge shall be revealed to you, and I take the responsibility that you shall understand this. So, yajnatva neha bhuyonyat, and having known which, anyat jnatavyam na avashishyate. There is nothing more to be known in this world. Friends, the other day I was talking to one doctor. I didn't know she is a doctor. And she was telling me some of her problems. I explained what is to be done. She asked me, Swamiji, excuse me, we should not ask a sannyasi this question, but I am asking. By the way, did you have the training in psychiatrist? Why am I looking crazy? No, I am a psychiatrist and I tell the same thing what you told me. So I thought whether you are trained in that. Look here, be attentive. When wisdom is available for others, you become an expert. When wisdom is available for you, you become a wise man. So, yajnatva neha bhuyonyat jnatavyam avashishyate. Having known which, nothing else remains to be known. Having thus glorified the scientific lifestyle and understanding, the teacher tells in the third verse a kind of a caution and a kind of a word which is essential to be known by everybody. Manushyanam sastreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschid mam veti tattvataha. What is the meaning of this and all the other aspects? We will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.